So this is indeed the Note 3. I just removed a widget there. Didn't really want it there in the first place. Let's move the Google search widget up to the top. Oh, come on. So this is a fun little phone, and by little I mean not at all. This is going to be accompanied with my review, of course, and which you will find out I do not think this is a little phone at all. It's quite big, actually. Quite big. So it's pretty cool. Let's get a little bit further into this, or a big bit further into this. The first thing I'm going to point out is the giant screen. You can see here the screen is humongous. There's a lot to this screen. We're sitting at almost 6 inches on this device, and it's really cool. I am not a fan of the big phones. I have a big hand. This is the Note 3 in my hand. It's not really easy to get to. I can't really reach across the screen there. It's not as easy. This is the Nexus 5. Obviously, I can hit all pieces and all corners of this screen. A lot easier to get to. That's a bit of a bother to me and something I don't always get along with. I've said it before in all the places I've reviewed for, including my own site. I'm just not a big fan of doing this. I don't know, it's just not a phone I enjoy all the time. However, there are a lot of good features to it. A lot of them I will just leave to you reading my article review, because there's a lot in there that I took a lot of screenshots, took a lot of information, took a lot of pictures. So give that a look. It should be coming out soon. In fact, by the time you've seen this video, it'll be out, so that's good. One of the cool things about the Note series, of course, is the stylus. And I automatically take that out, and it opens up a little dialog here. Those buttons are Action Memo, Scrapbook, Screenwrite, S-Finder, and Pen Window. Pen Window is pretty cool, and I wrote about this in my site, or in my review, because you can make a window however big you want it, and put the YouTube app in there, say, and all of a sudden you've got YouTube in the window you drew, which is really cool. It wants to know if I want Android Dissected or not. That's fine. I'm just going to delete it. Really, the camera is nothing special in this app. It doesn't really require a lot of tender loving care in this phone, because this phone's really made for being big. It does have a decent camera. It's just not the best part about it. You can see here it's very much like you'd expect it to be. TouchWiz software with a little bit of Google sprinkled in, of course. You go into the settings here. One of the things I am not a huge fan of, but some people I've heard like, is this. The way they split up your settings into 4 different locations. I'm not a huge fan of that. I think that could be done without. When I heard they were doing that, I was pretty annoyed. You can see here we have 4.3. Pretty nice there. At least we have 4.3 on this device. I believe it launched with 4.3 because I definitely didn't update it. Everything works really well on here. It's just a nice big device. Just works for what you want it to work for. Here's the back of the device. You can see the camera, the logo. It's got like a leather type printing around it. Obviously it's not leather, but it just kind of is made to look as such. I've got the power button over here. The back of this device does come off. See, there you go. Coming off there, but no reason to have it off, really. But it is just one of those things that some people like. Remove the back. There's the top. Of course, the volume buttons. And one of the things I really kind of think is annoying is the proprietary custom charger. So it doesn't come with a normal charger. It comes with a special charger that's extra big. It's probably for the very big battery in there, which is pretty nice. It has lasted me a long time. But, you know, it's just kind of annoying that it has its own special charger for this own special Samsung device. I think they should have their own chargers. That's kind of what we've been getting into more and more and more. And now I feel like it's kind of getting all Apple-esque on us. So that's kind of bothersome to me. This, of course, does come with all the, features you'd see in the S3 and the S4, plus a couple more. Those features aren't a big turn-on for me. Of course, this is even hollow. I can't even drag it over to the next one, which is annoying, just another annoying thing for me. You can use voice controls. You can use air gesturing and air view, air command. All those are kind of cool, but some of them require you to have another friend with a Galaxy device or a Note type device. And sadly, from what I've seen, a lot of the people that have these devices don't use these features. One of them I'm using right now, it didn't recognize me, but up in the top there's the eyeball. The eyeball notices what I'm doing and decides whether I want the screen off or on. That's kind of a cool feature. When browsing YouTube on this big phone, it's kind of cool to be able to look away and have it go, oh, he's not looking, turn away. So, kind of cool, does a cool job. A lot of these motion things just I'm not really into. I don't really care for. They just don't bother me. You can zoom by, doing this, browsing an image, things like that. It's just fun little stuff that they put in here. But as you can tell, my money went towards the Nexus 5 as my personal device, so I'm not really about all the other things that Samsung and other places throw into the phones. It's just not my style. I had an HTC One because it was a bit more stocky, a bit more stock feel to it, but I decided to go away from that for the Nexus 5. I may return to the HTC One come come 2014 when it gets the new update, which I'm not sure when the Note 3 is due to get the 4.4 update. Should be rather soon. That update will help the phone a little bit, speed, more battery, things like that. Always cool, so give this phone a look. It is definitely cool if you're into the smartphones that are huge, if you're one of those people that likes having a giant pocket, something you won't lose, this is for you. This is, of course, a 1080p screen. It's only 386 ppi, so it's not quite as nice as a lot of the phones out there, but it's still very nice. It's not like it's terrible. It's better than a lot of phones, especially with that big of a screen. It has the Qualcomm 800 processor, so that's a lot faster. These processors can take a beating and don't quit. It's ridiculous. So it's one of those things that's a love-hate for me. I enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it. But don't let me sway you too much. It is a nice phone. Definitely go out and check this thing out.